Hey everyone, welcome.
Hi there.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yes, we are excited about the wreath we're going to make tonight. This one is a fun wreath.
Yes, we have a really fun wreath. This is one of my favorites to make. I love making this wreath. Every year, we've made this wreath several years in a row.
Several.
And people absolutely love this wreath, and I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much for joining us today. My name's Amanda. This is my mom, Sherry. We are designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we make the ordinary front door extraordinary, and we know that you can too. Tonight we have a really fun, extra large Santa wreath that we're going to be making. So make sure that you guys share this video, let your friends know, and we're going to go ahead and get started.
Yes.
Hey Cindy, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, please share this, everyone. Also, that really helps us out, and we appreciate it so much.
Yes, and when you hop on, say hi, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know that you can hear and see us.
That's right.
And that we are on the right page and we are going strong. So just say hi, let us know where you're watching from, and that you can see and hear us. And thank you guys so much for joining us. It's a big day today, so I hope that you all went out and voted.
That's right.
And if you haven't, you still have some time.
That's right. So everyone needs to vote.
Yes.
My mother always said you can't complain if you don't take time to vote.
Hey, Jackie. Hey, Peggy, Carol. Oh, and thank you for sharing, Cindy.
Yes. Hey, Elena.
Hey, Melinda.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Great to see you guys on. All right.
Yes.
So we're going to tell you a little bit about this wreath. This is a extra large. It's a larger version of our normal Santa wreath that many of you have seen. This is an extra large version. So it is going to be made on a 30-inch evergreen wreath base.
That's right. And I've already wired the Santa in, and he is adorable. We got him from Hobby Lobby, and he is just so cute. And he's all decked out in his red and white. And this whole wreath is going to be red and white. And
hey, Joey. Hey, Dorothy. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight.
Yes. Hey, Nicola, I guess is how you say it. What a pretty name. And Lily.
So like we said.
Oh, Joey, hey.
This is a 30-inch evergreen tiered base that we're using. We already have our Santa wired in, and this is just a Santa doll figurine that you can get at any kind of craft store. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, I think, has them this time of year. So if you can't find one just like it, you can find a similar one in many different places.
That's right. And this one, like I said, is going to be in red and white. You could use a Santa that has other colors and just do the wreath in those colors. It's fine. But we started doing this wreath several years ago, and it went over really well. We have sold hundreds of this design, so we are grateful for this design, and we are sharing it with you all tonight. Hey, Evelyn.
Hey, Annette. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey,
good to hear from you.
All right, and
Sandra.
so, like we said today is voting day. We went earlier and voted, so if you guys have already voted, let us know in the comments.
Yes, I voted. First thing this morning. I think I was one of the first ones there this morning. But,
and thank you for those who are sharing. We really appreciate that.
Yes, that is really, really helpful to us.
So I'm going to go ahead and make our bow. I'm going to start making our bow.
Yes, we are using 3 different ribbons for this. They are all 3 are 2.5-inch wired ribbons.
So I have some really pretty red and white snowflake ribbon. This is glittered 2.5-inch wired ribbon. And then I have some peppermint kind of candy striped ribbon. And then I have this really pretty ribbon that we're going to use that kind of has kind of the textured, almost furry type edges, and it's really pretty and kind of reminds me of Santa Claus. So
It does.
I thought that would work really well in this. Oh yeah, I see that a lot of you have voted. Great.
Yes.
Because regardless of how you
Hey,
vote or
Ann.
who you vote for, the important thing, is that you went out and you voted. So that's wonderful.
Oh, and Evelyn said that she voted and her son was excited because he got the sticker. Yes, my granddaughters shared the one sticker. But then when my husband voted this afternoon when he got off of work, and so they got another one. So they were excited about that. Thank you, Joey, for sharing. I appreciate that. Hey, Paula, you voted too. Great, Paula.
All right, so my tails,
Okay.
like we said before, I'm going to use the 3 ribbons. My tails are going to be a little bit longer for this since it is a really large, extra large wreath. So I'm going to make my tails about 18 inches each, so that would be about 36 inches total.
Yes.
And I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not measuring, but that seems about right.
And we
Hey,
have
Linda.
got some adorable things to go in this. And the first thing that we have, this poinsettia will go in the middle of that bow. So, but we will put that in after we put the bow on. I'm going to go ahead, and I've got these adorable peppermints that go around the outside, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting these in. And again, these came from Hobby Lobby, and most of the things that I'm going to be putting on this one did come from Hobby Lobby.
And the wreath itself came from Hobby Lobby.
It sure did,
also.
and it is, again, a 30-inch pine evergreen wreath.
And this is extra large. You could make it smaller because normally our design is done on just a regular 24-inch evergreen wreath. So you can definitely, if you don't want it this large or you can't find a 30-inch base, that's totally fine. You can use a 24-inch. Yes, these are nice ribbons. Thank you. I love these. All right. So I've dovetailed my ends, and I'm just going to put all my ribbons together. So yeah, I think I want that one on top. Hey Margaret, thanks for joining us tonight. So I'm going to be using a bow dabra to make my bow. Aw, thanks Jenny. Now Santa also came from Hobby Lobby.
He did.
But like I said, you can find those this time of year at several places. I mean, you can find them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and sometimes even Walmart has things like that. So they're pretty easy to find. If you can't find the exact one, you can find something similar.
Yes, and again, you could do this in any colors if you don't want to use just the red and white, but I am partial to red and white, so.
Yes, and what she's doing, she's dipping her stems into a pot of glue. I know someone was asking about that.
Oh, yes.
It's a glue skillet. And basically, it's just a skillet full of hot melted glue.
Yes. And I'm putting my candies in just so that the top one, the tall one, is just a little over. I don't want them sticking way out like that, so I've got them in so that it's just sticking out just a little. And these will go all the way around.
Hey Bonnie, thanks for joining us tonight. Let's see, Carolyn says she's got my bow dabra, glue skillet, and mat. Oh, well, great, Carolyn, you are ready to go.
Yes, you are.
So I just found the center of my my tails, and so I just put them right in the bow dabra, just all on top of each other. I'm going to start with my first ribbon. I know you guys just saw me throw it on the floor. I don't have a system that I use. I just throw it right on the floor. We used to have a little contraption that we used that somebody built for us, and it was great, but we just,
never used it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just throw it on the floor, and it works for me.
It was just easier to throw it on the floor, so that's what we've always done. Yeah. It's hard to break habits that you're used to when you're used to doing something.
And so these are going to be about 6 to 7 inch loops. I would say that's probably about 7 inches, since this is a little bit larger of a wreath. Actually, I may do that just a little bit bigger, and also what's kind of interesting about this one, we will have a poinsettia, a big poinsettia that's going to be right in the middle of the bow. So it's a very, very neat bow that we're making. Oh, hey Renee, thanks for joining us. And so if you are a first-time viewer, thank you and welcome. I'm Amanda. This is my mom, Sherry.
Hey there.
We are with Grace Monroe Home, and we are excited that you guys are joining us live tonight.
Yes, we are.
If you are a first-time viewer, just let us know in the comments. And if you would like to be notified when we go live, if you would like to get a message a few minutes before we go live, you can just type live or live alerts, either one, in the comments, and then you'll get a message. And you can respond back to that with the word live, and you will be entered to get notifications whenever we do go live and make things.
I have to say, I have been looking forward to making this one. This one is just so much fun to me. And like I said earlier, anything could go. You know, as long as it goes along with your color and your, we use candy, so as long as it goes along with your theme, you could use anything.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah, you can kind of do a lot with this one. And I was saying that I think it would be pretty to add some black to it, because black is really, really popular this winter.
Yes, it is.
So I think that would be kind of neat too.
Yes, it is. Who all is doing farmhouse for Christmas this year? I'm adding a few little things that I bought yesterday when I went shopping to add to my Christmas decor. I'm excited about it. I love the new farmhouse. Well, I don't know if you'd call it new, but the farmhouse look. So I'm adding some things. What about you? You going to add some?
I don't know yet. You know what? I have not even picked out my theme this year. I need to get on that.
Yeah, she changes. Now, my husband will not allow me to change. I can add, but I can't take away, because he loves Christmas, and he's so nostalgic. You know, he loves anything that we've ever used. So, believe me, anything that we own for Christmas will be out somewhere. And so I add to it every year, but I don't start over. But her and my other daughter, Rebecca, both love to start over.
Yeah, and I haven't figured out my theme yet. And so many people that I have seen lately, I've seen pictures on Facebook of people already decorating for Christmas. Have you guys started your decorations yet?
Cindy asked, as far as these, Cindy, now I used, I think it was 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 on this size. Normally I use 6, sometimes 8. It just depends on, you know, how they end up laying out. But you could use 6, just do 3 and 3. Or I like to have one over behind the bow is going to go right here, and I do like to have one, you know, over in this area, but you could get by with 6. 8 would be better, but like I said, this one's got 10 in it, since it's larger. Of course, you could have as many as you wanted. You could just put them really close together, but you don't need to. This is going to be full when we finish it. Yes, Marla, these are picks. They are picks from Hobby Lobby, and they're in the pick section.
So you guys know, if you've watched us before, you know that
Linda.
I've told you with the bow dabber, the main thing that you have to be concerned about is just getting it really, really tight when you take it off of the bow maker.
Wow, Elena's lights went up Saturday for Christmas. Wow, that I would love to do that, but again, I blame everything on my husband. He has a thing about holidays overlapping, so we have to go through Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving, as soon as we clean up the Thanksgiving dinner dishes, we start decorating, because then Thanksgiving's over, and I can finally start on my Christmas.
So then you're just going to, you know, kind of fluff out your ribbons, your loops.
Ah, Jenny, I want a snowman tree.
Yeah, she has a really big
Luann said
collection.
you did 4 loops on each color.
Yeah, you know what? This one actually, it's larger than I normally do, but I kind of wanted it bigger since
yeah, we normally don't make one quite that big because we're only using a 24-inch. But with this one being, you know,
normally
30
I would
inches.
only do let's see, 2, 4, 6. I would normally do 12 or 14 loops. So I would normally do either 2 loops on each side of each ribbon if I'm using 3 ribbons, or sometimes if I want to be really big, I'll do 3 of each. Now the reason that this bow is so big is just because this is a really extra large wreath.
Yes.
But you'll see that we end up kind of flattening it out because we're going to put the poinsettia in the middle. Hey Lisa, thanks for joining us tonight. Wendy said she decorates the day after Thanksgiving. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Last year I did decorate about a week before Thanksgiving.
Yes,
But this year,
and
I don't know, because I haven't even thought of my theme yet, so I need to get on that.
Okay, I'm going to have to turn this around just
You want me to
a
get
little bit. Yes, can you tie that, please, ma'am?
So I'm just tying this right to one of the rings of the wreath.
Somebody said it was already pretty. You can put a bow on it and the Santa, and it, you know, it's good. Okay.
Oh my goodness, Marcia says she has an ugly sweater tree,
Oh,
and
I
she's
would
looking to
love
make a
to.
wreath to go with it. Oh my goodness, I bet
Oh,
that's cute.
that would be adorable.
You'll have to send us pictures of that.
Yes. Now I'm just putting my poinsettia in the middle of this, and I just stick it through the pine, and then I'm just gonna bring my ribbons around it, just like that.
Brenda said, how do you change your theme every year without breaking the bank? Any tips?
Yeah, yes. That's
Well, yeah, I don't have tips.
She
I don't have
just
tips.
does. Yeah, exactly.
It's expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
But now sometimes I'll like re-rotate. So
Yeah,
I'll,
your
like
neutral
every
colors.
single year.
Yeah, your neutral.
You know, and some of the things I'll use I'll just do like different color themes and things like that. Some of the, some of the decorations I'll use the same thing, and then I'll just change up and change color themes and things like that.
And of course, you all know she always steals a wreath. So
Not steals. Not steals,
Yeah. Okay. So we've got our poinsettia.
And I don't know if you guys were able to see how she did that, but she just put the poinsettia, it's a stem, and she just put it right in the center.
Yes, I just moved the loops around and put it right through, and then I just bring the loops back around. So, and it holds just perfectly. So there we go. Okay, now the fun begins. So now we get to start adding. Well, first I'm going to add, this one has some white mums, and I'm going to add these in.
And so while she's doing that, I'm just going to be working on, we've got a really big order for about 25 wreaths for a client. So I'm going to be working on those bows while she's doing that. So, and I'm going to be answering questions. So if you guys have any questions, just pop them in the comments, and I will be happy to answer that. And for those of you that aren't able to make the live broadcast and you're watching the replay, pop your questions in the comments, and we'll be coming back on here answering questions for the next few days.
And And these are actually from Hobby Lobby as well. Some of you may have seen them.
That's
but
right.
They're in the fall section.
Somebody said, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
That's
somebody
okay.
says, Amanda borrows. Yes, I don't steal our wreaths.
Yes,
I just borrow
she
them.
borrows. Okay.
And then, you know.
Now, I need a stick, and my stick has disappeared.
Yeah, Joey said it's easy to change ribbons instead of everything for us. Yeah, you can always do that. Somebody was asking how I cut the ends of the ribbon. I think you're talking about the tails. And I just dovetail those, which means you just take the ribbon, or you just take the ribbon and you just fold it in half, just like that. Just fold the ribbon in half and then just cut in an upward motion, just like that. So you're just going to cut just like that, up. And then that'll give you the nice dovetails.
Now I'm adding my peppermints, and they've got a little, the hanger on one end. I always just put one of the pines through that and turn it under so that it can't come loose. But then I'm going to put glue on the back side of this. And it's actually going to be glued. And I'm working with a small leftover stem that I'm just dipping in my glue, and
she's actually using it's a Surebonder glue skillet. It's made by Surebonder.
It's amazing.
And I'll put the link in the comments of where you can find one of those. And we also use their glue, and they call them like glue diamonds or glue pellets. I'm not sure.
Yes, I'm not sure either.
But they melt really quick. And they hold really well, like
yes,
the glue
they do.
Adheres really well.
Let's see, that is good and secure. So now I've got my second one that I'm going to put in. And it's going to go right here, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did there. I'm putting the pine piece through the hanger.
Hey Beverly, yeah, she said those are awfully long stems that you're using on the mums. Do they stick through the back?
They do stick through the back, and I'll go back when I finish and cut off all of my stems at the end. I do the same thing with my grapevine wreath, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard me say this. I leave them long so that when I push them through, it gets on everything that it comes in contact with, and the glue does, and that way it holds more securely. And then I cut them off from the back. Plus, it allows you to leave them out further so that it gives it more dimension and that kind of thing. And now I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. I'm just going to go through and...
Let's see, we did have a question. Someone asked, how did you secure the snowman head to the swag wreath that you made previously? We did it the same way we did the Santa. We just wired it. We used floral wire. And just wired it right to the evergreen base.
Exactly.
And you do the same thing to the swag. You're just going to use your floral wire and go through the back in a couple different places and then wire it to the swag.
And just make sure that when you put these in, because of the angle that they're going in, that you just want to make sure to bring some pine up behind it and make sure that you do have pine touching where you put the glue so that it'll make it secure. Just know that once you put it, you make sure you got it where you want it, because once they're in here, they're in here. So I've got those. And see, it's already so cute. And now I've got some ornaments I'm going to add. And while I'm opening my box, I just want to say one of our wreath members that's in our Design with the Pros group, and she's also Some of you may know her, Connie Chumler, had surgery. Oh gosh, it's been probably almost 2 weeks, if not 2 weeks ago now, on her back, and since then she's been having some issues with being able to walk. She hasn't had any feeling in her legs, and today they had to move her to ICU to because she has an infection. So I just want to ask any of you praying, I don't want to cry, praying people to please pray for her, because she needs all the prayers that she can get right now.
Yes.
And we are believing that God is going to heal her.
Yeah, and you know, I know several of you watching, you guys know her, and so just keep her in your prayers.
She is a
and her
precious,
family.
precious person. And
because, you know, those that are in our Design with the Pros Club, they know that, you know, it's like a family, and we
yes,
all,
we
you know,
are a family.
We all think of, you know, each other as family members, and, you know, we think of you guys as family members too, and we're so grateful for each and every one of you.
That's
so
right.
If you'll just say a little prayer, you know, that would be great.
It surely would.
I know that she would appreciate that.
Now I put glue. I take the hangers off, just, you can leave them on if you want to. I just started years ago taking them off when I'm putting the ornaments, when I'm gluing them. So I just pop them off when I can get it like that. And then I just put glue, just dip them right in and glue them where you want them. So that's the way to do that. Hand me my box of ornaments, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, I've got her ornaments over here on my side.
Yes.
We ran out of room on our table.
Yes, we
this
did.
This wreath does, and it's a big one, so it does take a lot.
Yes.
Somebody was asking what gauge wire we use, and typically we use 26 gauge. This was a different wire, so I had to look to make sure, but it's 26 gauge.
Yes. Yes, that actually came from Michael's. We normally don't use it from Michael's, but I ran out.
Yeah, we ran out, so we just grabbed some.
I had to have some. And we want a few, you know, larger ornaments, and so that's what we're using here. And then we've got, of course, some smaller ones that we'll be using as well.
So this is one of the reasons why we love the Bow Dabber. When you have a big order of a whole lot of bows to make, your hands can get so tired.
Yes, they can.
And this is why I like this bow maker, because it really helps out with that.
Yes, it does. Why suffer if you don't have to?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gotten a little crooked there, so let's get him straight. Okay, now I'm going to add, I've got some glitter poinsettias that I'm going to add, as well as some picks that have some berries and balls and that kind of thing. So I think I am going to add some of those.
Marilyn's asking, how do you know where to put everything? Because once you have it on with the glue, it looks like it'd be really hard to
Yes,
get
yes.
off.
Once you get it, I know where to put most everything on this one, just because we've made hundreds of them. But the first time I made it, what I did was I just kind of placed things before I glued, you know, to see where I wanted them. And then once I got it like I wanted, then I went back and glued it. But at this point, we kind of know where things go, because we've done so many of them.
And Karen was asking, where are we from? Karen, we're from Alabama.
Yes, we are.
We are from Central Alabama.
And I'm kind of aiming these because they've got a cute little, I don't know if that's a fern or a feather, a glitter. So I'm aiming it so that it's kind of out on the side like that.
Hello, Arlene. And yes, you can purchase this bow maker. Most craft stores have it. I'll put a link later of where you can get it also, where you can buy it online. But, you know, most any craft store has a Bodabra bow maker. And they're, you know, they're pretty inexpensive. They're usually under $15. And they come in handy. It really does.
Yes, they really do. There we go. I've got 2 more of these, so I'll put one right here.
Oh, Karen, well, we're in outside of Clanton.
Where is she
Karen said
from?
she's from Huntsville. So, yeah, we're
Oh,
outside of
okay.
Clanton in a little community.
Yes,
It's a little community called Isabella.
exactly. So that's what it was, Karen. You recognized the accent,
Probably
I'm
so.
sure.
And Teresa says she lives in Northwest Alabama.
Okay. More
We have
Bama girls.
Several Alabama folks watching.
Yes, we do. I know Joey is from Alabama. He's in our Design with the Pros group, and he's an Alabama guy. So we've got
Fun to ask
several.
how many bows I'm making. Well, this is for an order that we have, and this is 25. I've got 25 to make.
Yes, but she's fast.
Which
She's a
I
lot
doubt I'll
faster
get them
than
all
I
made
am.
tonight, but
But yes, she's a lot quicker than her mama is. Even though I'm the one that taught her how.
yeah, she taught me how, but
And now I've got these pretty poinsettia, glittered poinsettias that I'm going to add a couple of these. And I just take a piece of the pine and just wrap it around the stem. What is it?
y'all probably saw the look on my face when I bend
yes,
over.
yes, bless her heart.
Like I'm in pain.
She is in bad pain, y'all.
Yeah, I fell down the stairs. I mean, I went down the stairs outside.
Yes.
It's been raining hard where we live.
And my stairs are slick when it rains.
And I was at her house
Yep.
earlier this morning.
Yes, and it was funny because they had just left and I heard a little knock on my door and it was her little 3-year-old coming to get Gigi because her mama had fallen
and
down
I mean,
the stairs.
I fell. Not just like a little pretty fall. No, it was like all the way down the stairs. So,
Yeah, there's nothing pretty about falling. People
No.
just can't fall pretty.
no.
Fortunately,
I'm glad nobody was watching
Yeah,
except for my 3 and 5-year-olds.
Exactly. But that hurts. I told her I have done it, and it is very, very unpleasant.
Yeah, not fun. My
Not
tailbone
at
is not
all.
happy with me right now.
No. Bless your heart.
Let's see. Maria, you can find that Santa at Hobby Lobby.
Yes, you
Check
can.
your local Hobby Lobby. Hey, Suzanne. And Jean says it's too busy for me, but
Aw,
it is
hate
pretty.
it, Jean.
Pretty. She said it's pretty. It's just too busy for her. Yeah. Well, you know, everybody has different tastes.
Yep, everybody is different.
And most of these supplies, pretty much all of them, did come from Hobby Lobby for this. Yes.
Yes,
So
they
pretty
did.
much everything that you see tonight on this wreath, you can get at Hobby Lobby.
You sure can, and right now they've got 50% off, so you could buy your Santa at 50% off. I don't like the way that's doing. Let's see.
Yeah, Kay said that shocks the whole body. It does.
Yes, it does. There's no doubt about that. Okay.
Deborah's saying, how long is the tail of the bow? This tail is about 18 inches each. So I used about 36 inches of ribbon to make the 2 tails. Or the, both tails.
Okay.
Pam said the fuller the better for me.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I am.
Yeah.
You can't get too much to me. I love it.
Yeah,
But
everybody has different style.
everybody
and
is different,
like these
and
that
I
I'm
love
making
all wreaths,
for this
so.
wreath that we got the order for 25. it's a very simple wreath. Some people are into more simple.
Yeah.
And some people like, you know, go big or go home. I tend to be a go big or go
that's
home.
what I was fixing to say.
But that's what's great. You know, everybody has a different style.
Yes, they do.
Oh, thanks, Lori. Lori says she's praying for healing. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she needs that.
Yeah, because I got
true.
a 3- and a 5-year-old I have to run after, so I can't be in pain.
No. I'm sorry, I'm moving your stuff, looking for some more candies.
So Britta said that she must have, I missed the first part. She must have said she fell when she was 7 months pregnant. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. That
She said Anna was 7 months pregnant, but I missed the first part, so.
Yes. Oh, bless you.
Yeah, that would be.
Yes, that
I guess
would.
I don't need to throw this ribbon on the floor. Guess I should keep it on the
Yes,
table.
you need to keep it because you're going to be using it.
Yeah, Lori said to soak in some Epsom salt.
Yeah, I
I
had
didn't see
told her that earlier today, that was something she needed to do, so that will help. That and lots of Advil. Right now I'm just adding some little puffs. Little picks that have little puffs. Not sure what you call these, but they're cute.
Oh, yeah. Rita said she bounced down rain-slippery front steps years ago, and it was a horrible experience. Rita, that's pretty much what happened to me today.
Ah, and Brenda said she broke her ankle.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's awful.
She said that Tina is trying to watch you do that, but she's not sure how you were doing the middle part at the end.
Oh, you're talking about the bow?
The
Okay,
bow.
I'll show you. I'll do it slow so that you guys can see.
Yes, let them see that.
I just am trying to make like just a small little loop in the middle. So, let's see. You know, I just put my ribbon in there. I leave about 1 inch. This has a 6-inch loops. Actually, I've got that backward. This is kind of the same. These have 6-inch loops, so I go ahead and I make a 6-inch loop. And then I make another 6-inch loop. And like I said earlier, I'm estimating, but I've done enough to know, you know, pretty much what a 6-inch loop looks like. But if you're new to making bows, you may want to measure them out. So my next loop is going to be about 5 inches. So I just make it about 1 inch smaller than the first loop. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So I've got 2 6-inch loops and 2 5-inch loops.
Whoops.
That's what that looks like. And then for my small middle loop, I just make just a couple of inches. Like I just make a small little, just middle part for my bow. That's just going to be like the little middle loop. So, you know, maybe that's about 2 inches. And then I just put the other side right into the ribbon, right into the bow maker. And then I just pull it up and tighten it before I take it out. Just make sure it's really tight. And then I twist it around the back of the bow. And I give it about 3 big twists just to make sure that I've got it really secure and tight. And then I just cut off the extra ribbon, that's the part that's still attached to the spool of the ribbon. And then I just kind of fluff it out. And so that just turns out to be just like a little middle part of the bow. So, kind of looks like that. It's real simple to make.
It's a simple little bow, but it really makes a big statement, I think. I love that bow.
And the ribbon that I'm using, it looks like burlap, but it's not burlap. I actually really like using this ribbon.
Love that ribbon.
I like to use it better than burlap. I mean, because you do need to be careful if you guys are using a lot of burlap. You really need to be using a mask because it will get in your lungs, those little fibers from the burlap. So, you know, just kind of be cautious when you're using real burlap. I like to use the kind of faux burlap. It's just a linen. It's kind of the same color. It's thin. So I usually use that in place of the burlap a lot of times.
Yes, I love
because it has the same
that.
look as the burlap, but you know, it's a lot easier to work with and a lot safer.
And I'm just putting candies all around. This one will be extremely full when we finish.
I think somebody was asking about, earlier, they were asking about not including time or anything, but like just materials, how much this has in it.
Oh, goodness.
And now this one does have quite a bit.
It does.
This is a custom order for a client, so it's, you know, it's a lot bigger than our normal Santa, so it requires a lot more materials. So it's not an inexpensive wreath to make, this one.
No,
at this size.
I would say that this one probably has close to 100 in it.
But this, like I said, this is a custom order that the
It
customer, you know, they paid accordingly, you know, for that.
Definitely. And that's something you do have to think about. I need some.
Oh, I've got this wire. I don't know. I started using the wrong end, and so
yes,
I've got it all
I
tangled
knew.
up.
Do you know? I knew she was going to do that.
Well, it was sticking out.
Because it was sticking out, and I thought, I bet you she pulls the wrong end, and
yeah,
because that is aggravating to try to get the when both ends are sticking out like that. I don't like that. That's why I don't buy that wire very often.
Yeah.
And now I'm wiring a couple of my peppermints on here.
Vivian asked where we got that wreath stand, and that just came from a local florist.
Yep.
And this is what I recommend to people, because you can buy them wholesale, but you're going to buy them in bulk. And if you don't need like 12
a bunch
or
of them. Yeah, exactly.
You know, 30 wreath stands, you might as well just you know, like go to a local florist, and they're usually willing to sell you. A lot of them will just sell you them, and you know, they're just a few dollars. So I recommend to, you know, we like these kind. We have the wood ones that we use too, but just
these are just
convenient
to
and
move around.
Yeah, we move them around. And so ask your local florist, you know, if they'd be willing to sell you one or two of their stands.
Exactly. And you can even get them to sell you used ones, because they go and pick them back up when they, you know, use them for funerals and that kind of thing. And I mean, it doesn't have to look new for you to, because it won't. You know, 5 seconds after you get it and start making a wreath, it will not look
like it has
new.
glue
It's got
all
glue
over
all over it. So you can definitely buy a used one from them.
Yeah, and let's see. Somebody was asking about the mums. Those are white mums. They're actually in the fall section. So we stock up.
Yes.
That especially the end of the year Hobby Lobby sale. We usually stock up on the fall.
Yes, I never did quite understand why they had. I know that mums are in the fall and all that, but the white ones and
yeah, because we use a lot of those at Christmas.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Marie, those are just the same kind of stands. That's just the same kind of stand like they use for funeral arrangements and things.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, we have the custom built stands, but we hardly ever use those.
Yes,
they're so bulky and big.
Are.
Don't tell my husband, because he made them.
He made them, so we love them.
Hopefully he's not watching. We love them.
We love them.
We love them. But these are just really easy to move around, and so we just use these.
Yes, we do. Can you grab some glue when you get a chance?
I can try.
Oh, I forgot. Never mind. I can get it. I forgot she can't bend over. Uh-oh. Bless her heart.
It's okay. I'm proclaiming that I'm going to be better.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yes. For sure.
Hey, Gladys.
Now.
Hey, Phyllis. Thanks for popping in. Oh, thank you, Vivian. Well, thanks for watching.
Okay, I've got some other little candies I'm going to add. And these have a little hanger, little plastic hanger, but I am going to take those off and use wire. Here's my piece of wire. Here we go. Let's see. These are cute little candies.
Yeah,
The
those
ribbon
are. I like
candy.
those.
Old-fashioned ribbon candy.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites for Christmas. I love this wreath.
Yes, and when we got this order, we just decided this would be the perfect one to make for you all to see. Now, I will tell
Sharon said,
you...
hey, she's watching.
Is Sharon watching?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sharon, this is your wreath. I told you I was going to get it made. Here it is. What do you think so far?
Heating pad and ice packages. Yeah, that's what I have to do.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. But what I was going to say is I know that I may be going a little fast for some of you. Now, in our Design with the Pros Club, we go step by step to show you exactly what you need to do, how you pick out your materials, you know, from the beginning all the way through. So, I just want to make sure that you know that this isn't exactly what we do in the
Oh, yeah,
club.
Carrie, you can definitely watch the replay. Gladys, this is a 30-inch base. So the evergreen base is 30 inches, and then the final wreath will probably be around 36.
Yeah.
36-ish.
Yes, it's going over my friend Sharon's fireplace. So it needed to be large. Yeah, I do not like this wire. Now it's like...
I know, I told you I don't like it either. I don't like it at all. I'm waiting on my glue to melt. It's very quick, a lot faster than any other of the glue skillets that we've used. I'm just stirring it around a little bit so that it will get going. Yeah, Beverly, those are called glue pellets. They may call them glue diamonds. I can't remember what they call them at the... but they're made by Surebonder. They just call it, on here it just says hot melt skillet glue. Okay, well I call them glue pellets. Yeah, we call them glue pellets. And they're made specifically for these kind of glue skillets. Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely, Phyllis, you can watch the replay. We will have it up on our page. We sure will. And you may see that I'm adding some little things that dangle and that hang on it. That just helps give it dimension as well. These I'm putting on the ends of the pine. You know, a lot of stuff is into the pine, and these hang actually from the outside, you know, on the tip. And that just helps to give the wreath dimension. So a lot of the candy I like to do like that. Okay, got to have more wire. Yeah, I guess we should have had a couple of things of wire. Yes. We're just sharing tonight. We are. I just cut a larger piece and cut a little bit of wire off of it. Yes, Paula, these mats, they came from Surebonder also. They call them, I believe they call them pads. They do. Silicone pads, yes. If you're on their website. And I'll put links to where you can find all of the things that we use later tonight after we get off of here. But yes, these are great because the glue gets on them and then it just comes right off. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just peels right off. Wonderful. So you don't mess up your table or anything. And for those of you who are just joining us, if you've never watched our channel before, I'm Amanda. This is my mom, Sherry. Hey there. We're designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we make the ordinary front door extraordinary, and we know that you can too. Yes, we do. So if you would like to be notified when we go live here on Facebook, then just type the word live or live alerts in the comments, and you'll get a message, and then you will be notified when we'll send you a message right before we go live, a few minutes before we go live, to do any kind of demonstration or tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and count how many I have. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 16 more to go. I guess I'm not moving fast enough. Over here.
Oh, yeah.
And Sharon says, weird how it looks small behind you, but the wreath over her fireplace is the exact size.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think it wants...
You may be missing some of the bottom, too.
And I think it's...
Yeah.
I think it's just the way it looks on camera, really.
I think it is, too.
Because it's very big.
Yes, it is. Yes, this is going to definitely take an oversized box to ship it in.
Maria, we do go step by step in our Design with the Pros classes. We sure do.
Yes.
On making the bows. We have lots of videos. We have a training library that has about 50, I believe, videos. And then we also do trainings every single month.
Yes, and we have business trainings as well to teach you how to actually get your wreath seen if you are interested in selling.
Because we have a lot of our members, not all of them.
Yes.
Some of them, they just make wreaths just for the fun of it, for their friends. A lot of them donate their wreaths to charities and other kind of organizations. But then a lot of our members want to learn how to sell wreaths. And, for those of you who don't know our story, we started back in 2007 selling online, selling wreaths, handmade wreaths online. And so, we've been doing it for about 11 years now. And now we feel like we can help other people. And I was really excited because I just got a message right before we went live from one of our members who was really excited that she had just sold her first wreath.
Yes, yay.
And,
we are excited about that.
Yeah, and she was thanking us for what we've done to help her. And really, we just kind of share the information that we've learned along the way. Exactly. But I love getting those kind of messages.
Oh, I love that. And yes, we had to learn ours. When we started, there was nowhere to go for help. Yeah. Not even to, learn how to make the wreaths or sell them. And so we had to learn our things by trial and error. So it's nice to be able to help others learn.
And if we can simplify, the process a little bit for people, we want to be able to do that.
Exactly. And I'm just adding a lollipop here, and I'm just going to take the pine and just wrap it. I did glue the bottom of it, but I'm just taking the pine. I don't want to glue this to it because I want it to be a little loose. Cut the bottom off of this because it is stringing a little bit. Okay.
And you'd think we would have 2 of everything, and the thing is we do. We have like 20 pair of scissors.
In our real shop.
Well, no, out here. There's scissors everywhere.
There are scissors.
But for some reason, we have to share like the same one. We just have to share the same scissors and the same clippers.
Yeah. That's just the way it is. But we do have them here somewhere.
Yes, and we are mother and daughter.
Yes. I'm going to stand it back so that I can see what it needs.
Gladys was asking how you attach the Santa.
I wired it. I actually have wire around his feet. I've got wire around his arms and then even around his hat. And depending on the size that you get, occasionally now when I'm doing the smaller wreath, the 24-inch that we normally sell, I actually put the wire around his neck as well because there's more pine behind it then. But this one, he is wired every possible way and he is not going anywhere. Now you can use zip ties. I have used zip ties for it. But I just use, most of the time, floral wire for it. Now, I've got to find my little...
Yeah, Linda was saying, I used to make wreaths and sell them, but people just don't understand how time consuming and the price of items that they want in them.
That's true. That is true. We found, Linda, that people, I don't know exactly how to say this, people don't price their wreaths. They don't add what they need to the cost of a wreath, and they don't value their time. And it's been our experience that, you know, making them cheap or inexpensive. Now you need to have a variety, of course, but people will pay what what you think you're worth. So you just have to find the right customer base. That is the key. So I've got some cute little, tiny little candy canes here. So I'm going to add one just right here on the end of the pine. Just like that. And I've got another one, and this one actually has just a touch of green in it, but it's not noticeable enough, so I am going to add it because it's cute. I like these. I like adding some little things to the end of the pines like this. I just think it's cute.
I think I'm going to need another roll of this.
So we need to, I don't think we have another one over here, so.
That's okay.
Uh-oh. Wire came undone. Let me try another one. I love these little candy canes. I think I'll put it over here.
Oh, Joe Ellen was asking what we'll be making with all of the burlap bows. They go with a boxwood, a really pretty boxwood wreath that we make. So one of those farmhouse wreaths that we were talking about earlier,
Yes.
so popular.
Okay. So I've got that. Now, there's my candy canes.
Yeah, Vivian, I had to go outside and cough.
I thought that's where you went.
I did. I drank some water. I had to get some water and
Let's see.
cough.
I've got some big candy canes if I can find somewhere to put them.
because we got glitter flying, and I think just some. I got some
Yes.
glitter in my throat.
Let's see. Do I want to add those? I may add those later when I figure out exactly where I want to put those.
Let's see. Linda said I should have a stool to sit on when she fell. Yeah, I should have brought a stool in here. I don't know
Yes.
why I didn't. She fell and was in the hospital for 3 days. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
bless your heart.
I'm feeling for you.
Oh my goodness. Now I've got some little peppermint balls, and these I just kind of put around wherever I see a spot.
Let's see. Suzanne asked, where do you get your wood wreaths or your boxwood wreaths? Oh, things like that. I mean, you can just use a grapevine wreath, and then you just can add boxwood. You can get boxwood from a lot of different places. That comes in bushes that you can get. You can get them from like Hobby Lobby, carries boxwood, different places.
Yes. Let's see. Do I want a red one? I do want one right there.
And if I miss any questions, I'm sorry. They kind of...
They keep going by so
Yeah, they
quick.
kind of go by quick, and for some reason, it doesn't let me see the whole question sometimes.
I know.
So I'll come back and answer later if I missed any.
And I'm just adding some red glitter balls around.
Wendy said I need a hot tub and a hot toddy. That would probably work. That would probably get rid of the pain real quick, wouldn't it?
That's probably what you need. Let's see,
Oh, Linda, you can find all of our wreaths and everything like that we sell. You can find on our website, and it's www.gracemonroehome.com. And I will put the link to all of that where you can shop. You know, all of our training materials and things like that, I will put in the comments when we're finished. And Joyce and Lisa were asking how you find customers, your customer base.
That's one of the things that we teach in our Design with the Pros club.
You know, I think a lot of it depends on, well, you know, social media is a great way to market your products. I mean, right now it's the best way, in my opinion, social media. And for the most part, it's, you know, it's a free way to market. But you have to know, one, I think, mistake that I see a lot of people make, I see a lot of people growing their Facebook pages and their Instagram pages, but the people that are liking those pages are maybe other people, like if it's wreath makers, it may be a bunch of other wreath makers, or, you know, people like that, rather than finding customers that want to purchase their products. And so a lot of that is just knowing how to, you know, word things, how to, you know, what we call in, I guess, the marketing industry would be sales copy, how to write good sales copy that will, you know, attract certain buyers, you know, in certain price ranges and things like that. So, I mean, it's not easy by any means, but definitely.
But it is doable, that's right.
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
We've got several members.
And Joyce and, you know, and Lisa, they're both in our Design with the Pros Club. So feel free to, you know, message me and we can talk about, you know, go into more detail on maybe how we can, you know, grow your customer base and things like that.
Exactly.
Oh, well, hey, Patricia from Trinidad. Welcome.
Oh.
We are excited to have you on.
Yes, we are.
So I'm out of ribbon, so I don't know how many I ended up with, but I'm going to have to go get some more ribbon.
Yes, well, I'm about to stop on this, and so
6, 10, 11, 12. So I ended up with 12, so almost halfway there.
Yep. And I'm pushing it back again so that I can see. Yes, it is definitely full.
Oh, you're welcome, Lisa.
I think I want something else right there. Let's see. I think this is going to be too big. Yes, that's going to be too big.
There were some smaller ones. I don't know if you already used them.
I haven't, now I use the, yes, I use these, yes, yes. I know I've got some other stuff at the other shop, so I will probably add something else there, but this is where we are right now.
Well, he's very cute.
Yes, he is. And like I said earlier, you can add as much or as little as you want to. One thing that I'm going to do is I have some red glitter here that I spray my mums with glitter. Watch out, babe.
Oh yeah, I've already
Watch
coughing
out.
because of glitter.
Just to give them a little sparkle.
And this is for demonstration purposes only, because
Yes,
you do want to
you
do
want to
this
be
in a
where it's
well ventilated area.
Yes, exactly. And that just kind of gives them a little extra pop and a little extra sparkle there, because you want them to stand out. And,
Oh, Cindy, you really don't want to see our other shop because it is a huge mess.
Good gracious.
I'm just going to tell you.
I would be embarrassed for anybody to see it right now.
It is a mess. I went in there yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness, we got a mess. We got to clean this place up.
I know.
So we're going to have to clean up before we show you anything over there.
Yes.
Because we're artists and,
yeah, that's how we are. I'm going to add some, I said I was finished, but then I'm going to add a couple of little candies that I've got. And then I will be finished. And I'm just gluing these to the pine. I just put glue on the back of them and just glue it to a piece of the pine.
Hey Greta, thanks for joining us. And Paula says it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you again for sharing your talent.
Oh, well, we are happy to, Paula. We feel blessed. God has blessed us with our business and the designs, and so we are just blessed to share them.
And so we'll just go around the back and then cut off the stems. And, you guys did notice that she leaves them longer. We'll either wrap them around a little bit more, just make sure they're really secure.
To make sure they're very secure, exactly.
And then, cut them off.
There we go. Okay, so this is almost finished anyway.
Yeah, we always end up adding a little here and there.
Yes, because I tend to do that. I'm going to take it off of the stand if I can. Ooh, it's a lot heavier than normal. So, but here you go. Hopefully you can see it.
Oh, Cindy said her shop looks like a bomb went off.
Yeah, that's about ours
that's
for
about
sure.
what ours looks like. There's glitter everywhere. There's ribbon everywhere.
Yes.
So,
so
we need a personal organizer is what we need.
Yes, that
somebody
would be
just
wonderful.
to organize our shop, but it probably would not stay that way for
No.
very long. So
it'd
probably be a waste.
You may have seen I tend to throw things when
I do too.
when I'm designing. That's just the way it is.
Oh, thanks, Cindy. And Luann said beautiful, and Sharon said yeah. Brenda says gorgeous, and Bonnie says beautiful. Well, thank y'all for watching.
Y'all, we enjoyed it. This one, like I said, you all need to try it. It's a fun wreath to make. It really is.
And like we said earlier, we normally make it a lot smaller, so you don't have to make.
You don't
have to use as much or make it on as big of a base. You can make it smaller.
Yeah, so you can make it whatever size that you choose to.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And if you have questions, just pop them in the comments because, like I said earlier, we will be checking, the comments and answering questions.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. She said it's an incredible piece. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
We will, like she said, we will go back and answer any questions that you have. And, and then we will also put the links to our
Design with the Pros Club, the glue skillet, the Bow Dabra, and to where you can shop, because I know we had those questions throughout the broadcast.
Yes, and we'd love to have you all join us in our Design with the Pros Club. We are a family, and we try to help you as much as possible. So, y'all join us. We have a wonderful time in there.
Thanks so much, guys. We will see you very soon.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.